Hi, I'm Dr. Patrick McCowan, a professor emeritus here at the University of Georgia. I nominated my swimming coach at Georgia Tech, Freddie Lanoue, for induction into the Georgia Aquatics Hall of Fame because of the impact he had on aquatics here in Georgia and both nationally and internationally, primarily because of his invention of drown proofing. I met Freddie Lanoue in my beginning of my sophomore year at Georgia Tech. He had been in Puerto Rico for the previous year teaching drown proofing to Peace Corps volunteers. I'd heard quite a bit about him during my freshman year, so I didn't know what quite to expect, but it turned out that we got along pretty well, even though I wasn't one of his better swimmers. He was my coach for the next 3 years, 1962 to 65, until his death at the end of my senior year in 1965. He was also a mentor to me in that he helped me find my first two pool management jobs, which turned into a coaching career for a while. Well, as I just said, he helped me find my first coaching job up in Chattanooga, and then he also helped me find a job in Doraville. From those two jobs, I ended up coaching in several different teams in Atlanta, one of which was the Marist School, and that position helped me land a job as the assistant coach at the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill. I worked on my doctorate there, and having that position helped me fund that degree. After I had graduated, I worked as an assistant coach while I was a professor at the State University of New York at Albany for 3 years. And then when I came to the University of Georgia, I worked as an assistant coach for a couple of years. I finally realized that I couldn't be a good college professor and a good swimming coach at the same time, so I retired from coaching but continued as a professor here until my retirement in 2003. I think that Freddie helping me get that first job up in Chattanooga can be thought of as the beginning of a path that led to my eventual career here at Georgia. And for that, I am very appreciative. Fred was a no-nonsense sort of guy. He was also very much against discrimination in any form. He did not like fraternities at Tech because he thought they discriminated against the students that they did not invite to join them. A little known fact about Fred was that he worked with disabled and handicapped people to help them learn to be comfortable in the water. His drown proofing technique worked very well for that because it only requires that you be able to kick with a couple of legs or one leg or use one arm to stay afloat vertically. And it can be learned by almost anybody, so it really fit very well with that group of learners. As a freshman at Tech, like all freshmen, I was required to take a PE course in drown proofing, which I recall was taught by Herb McCauley. This course required that I learn how to float vertically, fully clothed, for at least an hour. Clothes didn't matter with drown proofing because all you were getting out of the water was your nose and your mouth. I saw a movie recently, Dunkirk, and I wondered how many of the British soldiers that were thrown into the water when their rescue ship was bombed would have survived had they known drown proofing. I became a drown proofing instructor and then taught drown proofing at the two pools that I managed, and then again at North Carolina in a PE class. I, like many other students that I've talked with, found drown proofing to be one of the most important courses they had at Tech. While other courses led us into our profession, we knew that this one course could possibly save our life. In thinking back about Fred, one of the key points that sticks in my mind is the time that the Tech swim team decided that since it was Freddie's birthday, we should throw him in the pool. So as a group, we went up to his office and picked him up, which was very easy because he was a fairly small guy, and took him down the stairs to the pool. All the time he was telling us, don't do this. You're not going to let her if you throw me in the pool. Ah, Fred, we'll throw you in. It'll be okay. And so we did. Well, a couple of days later, as we were getting ready to host the SEC swimming meet in 1963, Fred gathered the team together and said, you all participated in a mob action. That is unacceptable. So I want you to wear a sign around your neck all during the swimming meet saying that you participated in a mob action, you are regretful for that, and you will not do it again. Well, we did, or I did, and I learned a hard lesson that even though a group takes some action, if you're a member of that group, you're responsible for your own actions. And it's a lesson that has stayed with me for well over 50 years. I think that all of these things that I've shared with you are the reason that I nominated Fred for the Aquatics Hall of Fame.